into this map. And it makes sense to switch away from the Whaley because of the gap that you're trying to get off the dashes. The corridors are so long. So it doesn't really make sense if you're trying to hold for those quick slant kills. So you're going to try to block those lanes, try to fight quickly, and use that speed of that Neon, where you see Mata currently working towards this A site.
And 100 Thieves really liking the veto. Bring it all the way to the Haven as well. That's going to be set up. They stick towards that short side, and it looks like they will try to anchor and pinch from both sides here on the retake. Nice hit for NRG. They should be free to plant.
The thing is, right now, they haven't taken Sewers control for NRG, so they have to keep that up. Be aware of that when Scuba's going to look for that fight.
Mata already trying to slide, already trying to make them crosshairs break as they start diving into the site. 100 Thieves are waiting for Asuna to get to this other side, but they had to go just a little early. Suffered a few kills, and now it's just going to be Asuna down in Sewers once they find him. A nice round by NRG here. Walked up pretty methodical and took all the space they could, really, until they found the fight.
Guaranteed at this point. Asuna will just look for some damage, but still a great look for NRG to kick off this series. You're seeing the strengths and weaknesses in how you try to approach a split towards the A site in the past where you're not playing against a Viper. It's a standard Sewers and long A hit. But now that you have a Viper and you're getting some contact, this wall comes up, so what do? Scale up towards that long side first, and then go for that second wave util, swing through, disrespect your opponent's wall, and then pincer from the bottom of Sewers and from the top of default. Oh. That looked tasty.
Getting ready. I feel like it's going to be a long series. You better,
keep that
get your snacks
up for
now.
sure.
Yeah, get your energy up.
But this is definitely be a game, in my eyes, that's going to ask a lot about Vora in terms of the active information you're trying to get. You're playing a veto for the side of 100 Thieves. So if you're looking at a 3-sided map, usually you have a Cypher, you have a Cage, and you're looking for a util with Alarm Bot or whatnot. This time you only have that chokehold for the side of veto, and you're just going to basically try to leverage sound cues to try to deny these hits over on that C site. So this will be also a perfect opportunity for NRG to really work that map. Slower defaults, and force these rotates to happen. I mean, 100 Thieves are already doing it because they're on an eco. But once we get to these rifle rounds, I'll be intrigued to see how 100 Thieves will want to hold their defensive lines.
A lot of patience here for NRG. Just kind of freezing the round out for a moment. And they get the space they need here to plant that C. I don't think they're going to be doing too much pushing right now. Nobody's excessively over on alt points right now. And it's just the die to spike for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, it's the difference as well as the initiators between Vora and Brock. Not too many times do we see a fade being played on this map either. And Silva will allow for you to get like these darts through the Viper walls, through the Neon walls. And try to get those double bounces to force players to look for that dart and break it where you can flood through. So 100 Thieves are definitely coming out with something very new. Something worked upon on their side. I mean, they've already brought it out as a test during the Sentinels Invitational, but Cryo was actually playing a chamber instead of a veto. So when Jonah P is talking about the op shots from the side of Cryo, he was putting up huge numbers on that chamber. But the thing is right now is if you're going to play as a veto, you don't have that free escape yet. You have to look back at your TP to get through. So he's going to have to be smart on those positions as well when he's going to get that op out, or if he is.
As well, it could start, and I should say if it does look grim, that alt retake, the Nightfall with Interceptor, the kind of util overwhelm they can have with this team could be pretty powerful, but that's an ultimate every so often. Are they going to allow NRG to get so many rounds here? The bonus will be telling.
Or spotting Timotino, so the lurk walls, that'll be the responsibility of Scuba to see what type of pressure he comes across here when he's going to go up and down these walls. But the rotate from Timotino is just to fall back and still double up with Vora to take full control of that A choke. That allows now 100 Thieves, even though they have less util to get active information, to still have good numbers on the heavy side, where now NRG will have to push and prod to try to get rid of some util.
They're looking around, not really getting pinched in, but a lot of sound here. Timotino can start to grab and relay back. He should be able to avoid this drone. Something like that. Timotino likes to make a play. He gets closer. And even closer, he goes right into lobby himself there, and he's going to start pushing. Little does he know, Scuba's still watching the back here as NRG starts to execute on B. Looks like the BA link is really where the fight is for now, but everybody gets in safe to set up.
Yeah, the chokehold kind of tethers everybody for NRG trying to get the plant through, but this is that position right there. T1 already knows, slides through.
You what?
And that's an opener. 100 Thieves can start crunching in.
This kid, look at how much attention he's drawing too, and they don't know that he's that close. He's just shaking hands with NRG. Ethan stands no chance in sight as the rest of 100 Thieves bring up the rear, and they say, "Hey, Timo, we got this for you too. Here's a present."
Yeah, he doesn't need a double dash and recall. He's just gonna slide in your face and kill you while sliding.
No way.
Playing some Modern Warfare 2/COD 4 stuff right now.
You would think he's window. You have a little bit of time to walk around now. He's already at box on grass. 4K.
Go!
And the bonus will not go to NRG. That third round goes to 100 Thieves.
Well, you'd be glad for the checkmark now with the official agent switch from Timotino from that Waylay to that Neon is bringing huge success to get their first gun round for 100 Thieves. But NRG, that was a bonus round for them. Kiko's actually playing op on the attack side. You're seeing how slow it's been for the extremities. 400 Thieves in the last few rounds. They're looking to, once again, add that pressure. Starting things off on the mid side, though. And actually using first wave util to break that chokehold if they can.
Yeah, insta plays. Kiko, grab this. Let me make distraction. Okay, take it back. Let's go back to a regular strategy, regular scheduled strat. And that's the hold mid, it appears. While everybody just creeps up here to see if Mata can get a pick.
That's the thing, juggling the op back in the hands of Mata. So all four of them congregated for NRG to try to make some noise, waiting for the smoke to dissipate on that B side. If Mata is able to get a pick on the rotate, that's a cancel back potentially to move in B. That's why that Nanostorm's already up there too to support maybe Mata on the cross, but also on the post plant.
Oh, trying to draw eyes too. Yeah, but no play is being made. Bang. Discipline. Yeah, keep the discipline. Oh, he crosses but takes it.
30
The
seconds
shot
left.
to the hip from Mata, and it pays off. All that patience, and you're right, they rotate back, catching somebody lurking back and forth.
And support from Scuba this time too as the alarm bot comes out.
You can't do it again, right? Just a quick relay bolt. That's a free one confirmed on that overdrive, and just zaps Brock down. Mata, though, hitting a clean shot to stop that in its tracks.
Cryo couldn't really do anything. It's been one-way smoke the whole time.
Yeah, it's impossible to get on that without taking damage and just really giving up your position overall. TP back for Ethan keeps him safe, and it's going to be a save for Cryo now as he starts to backpedal, and NRG strike back right away.
I'm kind of liking still for 100 Thieves. As I've mentioned, the comp that they're running right now doesn't like the responsibilities for Vora to use a lot of util to maybe get that information. Right, you're information starved with the current meta where usually you're seeing a lot of double initiators on this map, but instead they're just not using any util at all. They're forcing NRG to actually make that first play. They walk down towards that sewers. NRG just went for the audible call to say we don't have too much time left. Let's just hit that B site. And that gave a chance for NRG to start encroaching for that triple flank back from that A side. But it makes it a lot more difficult too when you're trying to cross over and delay on that front site, on that B site from Bang. To get picked off by the one-way smoke on that B site, the game plan was perfect for NRG.
This has to alert him as well, just to the action of Timotino, how fast he's going and what could be possible at the beginning of the round.
Chip damage too, attempted by Brock, just Odining into the A side.
Vora a little worse for the wear there.
This might be the type of map, despite we were talking about speed with this Neon, that it'll be a lot of pushing and prodding based on the info that you get. NRG is always going to have to make the first step here. The high-low setup that you currently have for 100 Thieves on over this C site. This will be perfect, because if a dart exec comes in, interceptor comes up, and these guys can just keep looking. They don't have to turn away from anything at all.
You can hear it too. It's almost like a taunt. I love the fact that you can hear the veto util. You're almost forced to do that dry peek, and they instantly take him out on the C-long play. 100 Thieves is going to pile up here to see where they can retake as Timotino again goes on an adventure. Almost a second. Knows he's going to have to do something fancy and just break crosshairs for who? The rest of the team to come out as 100 Thieves somehow are always on the play right around Timotino.
And always on the flank too.
Yeah.
Timotino is getting extreme value off these timings of pushing towards this A site. Usually you're looking at a team like NRG, like MIBR, or like G2. They're usually very good in terms of preparations, how they could shut down a star duelist.
They got it.
Timotino's been finding a lot of good gaps.
Exactly. They got to know he's pushing, right? At this point, like, they're either going to just try to push forward or be really worried that he's there.
Pushing his face this time, though. Walking down towards middle.
He'll do it any way possible. Looks like he just inserts himself.
Still good by NRG though, on how to react it, because you've made so much noise already pushing out in front of the mid doors to break that turret. You have to expect somebody could be walking down towards that middle. So they don't want to revisit that yet until Vora, though. That's a slight mistake.
Yeah.
Thankfully, though, Timotino's still inserted, but the drone's going to push him back.
Hello.
Oh, he's tagged.
Ducking, dodging. Takes about his armor. He's still pretty healthy in this. As Brock and the rest of the team start heading for
pushing?
Yeah, for the A position, and I don't think they would assume this. I mean, he's just staring right at the situation. Scuba turns around and finds the shot. Alarm bot easily protecting him, and now NRG has to call another audible. It's taking so much of touch and go, push and pull, and they go back into the push, and Cryo started to check once more again to see if Long was clear.
And especially when Cryo's pushing out down that side, it's a play that you're trying to find that information in the late game. So that means there should be players stacked inside that site. They're just afraid at least that the rotate will be quick for the side of 100 Thieves. So they're still going to wait one more time. A very slow tempo for the side of NRG, but they will soon realize it's an open site for them to take. But that kill from Scuba onto Timotino was just a matter of milliseconds. Because Timotino was closing that gap, was about to get that headshot onto Scuba until he walks right into the range of the alarm bot. You'll see how separated they are for both Bang and Asuna. No paranoia for the Flood retake too, and you're just hoping that if you're going to jiggle here for Bang that somebody's peeking aggressively and they could instantly go for a 2v2.
Toxins going up.
Peak comes out. They'll be able to clear this right corner actually pretty free. No, it's the miss. And Kiko's not going to do that. 3 for him on the round as NRG bring another one into their favor to see how many more they can string together.
We have a chance to look back on the side of NRG at this point too in terms of the composition that they're coming out with. Kiko, another agent that he adds to his pool, playing onto this Viper as Ethan goes into his trusty Omen.
Outlaw value right there. Y'all see that? All half armor, bro.
There is, some conversation, some research being done by the coaching staff, and they realize that the patterns of the buys for NRG that could take advantage of later on in the series.
It is wild how he plays. He just wants to fight every round. If he's not happy. Same with Mata here going down. The 100 Thieves lighten up that kill feed a little bit more here. Standing tall, and Vora's gonna get 3 to quickly stop that round. That was a speedy one. Let's get into the next round. Wow.
And for the first time, 100 Thieves are looking to up that tempo by just rushing down and fighting with the overdrive from Mata, getting support in the end, the wall to come up to get that space first. And look at Vora solo holding that long A side. Mows down the last 2. Even the wall bang on Kiko, so the spacing was still pretty decent for NRG to try to trade as much as they could. But it was Vora being more tucked in on that side, being able to isolate these fights. We get our question answered here. A couple of them could still afford full armor, but it's Ethan that punishes Timotino, swinging out with the Outlaw to go for that NRG punish that he was attempting to do with the half armor buy from the attack side. Now it forces the hand of 100 Thieves of trying to find some hero plays. It's Bang solo walk down. He actually does get this pick onto Kiko, though. That's great delay because Kiko's holding this spike, but they're now just walking into the crosshairs.
Very clean. Just NRG snaking over on the mini-map, one after the other. A long peek coming in from Vora here. They have some ultimates, but probably just what damage can we do? And if we're in the right place, we'll ult kind of round. Full hit for NRG onto C. Ooh. Yeah. Just on the outside of that ping orb, he gets hit, and now it is fully a save for 100 Thieves. Nice job by NRG to kind of slow these rounds down. After playing into another one where 100 Thieves win, they bring it back.
And I'm just looking as we're in the point of view of Cryo, you see how the range that he has on these TPs towards that A side. So what I like here is it allows for you to get like these exits, but maybe even inserts if he's going to have to fall back towards that spawn. So maybe that's one of the looks that they're trying to get here for the Vito in the composition.
Yeah.
To not only going for fast rotates or not necessarily putting Cryo into op positions. Maybe he's just going to be flooding back off Chaos when they're able to get into these scenarios, but they haven't had a chance to do that yet.
No.
The game plan was looking pretty decent for 100 Thieves for just push down, find your timings, get your picks, and they never really went into like this. Give the energy the space. Let's try to keep our utility, try to go for flood retakes, but maybe that will come soon.
There's so many ults to battle with now. I would love to see how that Nightfall into Vito Util works, if it's going to be something that they protocol together, but also they can just be waited out there on that by the lockdown. So lots of things to see here real quick. Making sure that turret's a little bit of a nuisance too as they go for the peek.
That's just a good read.
Yeah.
They're just walking around the map. Ah, he's holding. That's a commentary had.
Never stops. The gate goes down and he is off and running. I mean, honestly, they've conditioned it. The one round, it was the whole team, and it won him a round. Now it goes back to solo, and he finds himself a kill, but traded out quick. B is the hit. Cryo. Instant snap to the top of B, and he is going to be clearing the site for the team. Spike is down.
Good combo from the Nightfall to allow Cryo to get those picks. And here comes another encroachment. A second one flanking from behind, that's Asuna. Back towards that B side, you're trying to lay him funnel back into Asuna, who, no, he shoot the turret first.
He did. It was
already
quick, though.
Down, yeah, well, that opens a little bit of a gap. You're seeing here Kiko doing a mini comm, trying to wrap away all around C. Just trying to make sure, I guess, that there's nobody else really flanking on the third line. And 100 Thieves want to be proactive out of this. Triple walk down on the
rock. Oh. Just the hairline.
30 seconds left.
Just an interesting look for the side of NRG on that mid-round ball. But Kiko is looking for that clutch.
One bullet. Okay, he's got time to reload. I mean, he's already made noise. Why not? Looking for the second shot. Cryo. Cold right now. 3K coming out there.
And they're making it look good. Looking at the three-sided map, the less utility you have for the active information on their side, they're using their own players as bodies for that active information. When it comes down to actually holding up on sites, since they're not being forced to utilize too much util at the very beginning, they can always snuff these first wave of hits and attempts to hit these sites for the side of NRG. The A side control. But now with this operator, it might go back into that same type of playstyle to try to get these one-way smokes, trying to add that pressure over onto the A side. But after this timeout for NRG, you're seeing here that under Thieves, they're trying to up that tempo. 4 players moving in towards this A side. Quick rotate coming out from Cryo so he can anchor up.
Plants down, the one-way is up, preventing a lot. Quick ult. And they start to clear it as well, so the exit can be safe. Nicely done to assist each other here from NRG. But that's not going to stop them from trying to get back in. 100 Thieves try their hand, and it just gets slapped right away by NRG. Only 3 left to try again.
So hard in this plan to try to get that value again of Cryo going in the back of Gong and spraying some players around, where NRG, the simple play was just getting that pit inside that B site. So everything that you're trying to do for the flood retake becomes very difficult, especially when you have the check mark with Brock and Scuba. Hunter's Fury, lockdown available. They have everything in their arsenal to be able to delay and guarantee this round in the post plant. Now they get to use 2 more of them within the next few rounds, the last 2 rounds of this half.
Timeout flawless, check mark. Nicely done.
Well, the rounds at least continue to go back and forth, as you can see on this timeline.
It's kind of crazy. Didn't expect that. But again, we're seeing Haven here for the first time for both teams. Oh, what a snap.
You're always going to see that IGL head on a swivel. Has been very good in the start of 2026. And it's an interesting conversation too, because when you're looking at, you know, the results of NRG into last year and Brock getting the MVP into champs, a close second for the community. And Finesse, for example, would mention that Ethan was very close from his calling, his shooting,
absolutely,
his breach performance. You're seeing that continues on, and that continues to add more heavy firepower across the board for the NRG team. But for being a fairly new team for 100 Thieves towards this time, I don't think many people would be expecting 100 Thieves to always topple down the top. But they're doing a great job keeping his game close.
Yeah. Everything this team brings kind of synergizes right away. Able to work off each other. We're kind of reminiscent of a few of the 100 Thieves squads in the past where they just stacked the veterans. Here they have to show that to get back into the site. A Hunter's Fury going to be ripped off, and that's from the side of Brock. He's not sure what's going to be behind him right now, but Mata starts to clear that front line as defense tries to break back through. Brock, he's ready to just shake some hands. Yeah, and again. NRG are making it look so easy right now. Van Silly really getting in the face of 100 Thieves before they can set up from any of these angles they're flanking from or coming from short or spawn.
Agreed, a step ahead going to this game. You went for the simple lockdown to take over the A site. I like the place of the interceptor. It wasted a little bit of the util to not allow NRG to have too much into the pulse plant. But the game plan for 100 Thieves was to try to go for that triple flank because they knew that Hunter's Sphere was available for Brock. So they wanted to try to eliminate that, but he uses it right away to the A link. And if that doesn't get any pings, well, now you know that there's probably going to be 1-2 flanking across. Another way here to get that information for the pulse plant for NRG. Be ready for that.
Let's go, Brock. They know they can't win. I got to do...
What was muted meant desperate stuff, right? Desperate plays that they're trying to do.
Yes. One more round. Let's see where they can go. Bang with a stinger. He'll be kind of strengthened here by Cryo at the back of the site, so they're keeping that close range for effectiveness.
Now seeing finally a little bit more than early haunt being thrown out by Vora, so that's going to be down for a full minute. But at least we'll have enough time for the post plant if NRG continues to play fairly slow that they've been like they've been on the attack side. But from not getting any information on the A side, you're still trying to play an aggro line on C. Solo hold from Cryo going through. You see the spray just to try to bait him out, and Cryo gets the first blood on Ethan at least.
A big one, still sitting inside the snake bite, and Brock's going to try his hand as well. Another one, another 3K from Cryo. Get a reload on, go on. That's going to be Mata with the operator.
He's done his job though.
Stuffing it out.
Forgive me, Cryo, for doubting the position, and NRG closing in on you. The surprise attack and also dodging all that util, surviving the shock dart while he's sitting in the molly. Some good little nifty plays from the star player.
Go, go, go.
Mata has no choice now with 15 seconds left. Faking a runaway, but realizing that he doesn't have the time.
I'm here. There he is. 5 for 100 Thieves. Bang picks that one up. We end the first half there with NRG just a few rounds in the lead, still anybody's.
And very fun to see throughout this whole first half that Cryo hasn't pulled out a single off. Rifle still very good with it. And now 5 rounds on defense where they get to play the attack. We're going to take this for 100 Thieves.
Nice, boys. I'm trying to take that fight, Sean. I'm trying to kill him.
All right, we'll have to see, has 100 Thieves done enough?
A lot of learning for both of these teams on how you wanted to approach this map with this compositional approach from having the knee on both sides. But it definitely hasn't been as explosive and coordinated hits that we're usually used to seeing on Haven. with a Neon. But now on the attack, I expect differently. We have Timotino. They'll probably go for more highlight reels for the team, but we kick things off with a very early hunt on that C side for Vora. As we're trying to walk back across towards the A site, the next thing you have is just a Prowler. And if they don't wall things up, and they have to at this point, but when you cross over, the turret, Timmy is going to spot a few.
Yeah.
And allow Scuba to maybe sound the alert where he wants to play a little bit more passively.
Just outside of it, Scuba still wants to hold his ground. Is Brock doing the same? And they have not cleared the backside just yet. They thought the relay bolt was enough. And now they've swept up what they needed to.
Just waiting for Kiko to rotate across. Brock will go for potentially that combination of recon flash. But the interceptor is up here for Cryo. All right, will allow potentially 100 Thieves to just stay anchored within the site and use a perfect crossfire from default into Graffiti.
I have an idea. One is default. Brock's trying to do everything from the tower. Interceptor's ringing out. Delaying time. Paranoia comes through. That's going to activate the retake. Now they can just look at the ground level, and that's enough for 100 Thieves to get the crossfire online.
So NRG doing and falling to the same thing where you saw somebody tucked into the Graffiti side and getting 2 free kills, because as you're scaling up, the first one having to contact the Graffiti, couldn't really see them first. Becomes 2 free kills for Cryo.
One enemy remains.
Nice, man!
And it really looked like they were really focusing on trying to take down the player towards default, because Brock called 2 players on that side when they're hit by the Paranoia. So a good answer back for their own pistol as they trade pistols on this map between the Thieves and NRG. A walk down, 4 players for NRG. Turret to sound the alarm, and then you go for that crunch play. It'll be nice if they actually get this pick, because it's Cryo with a Phantom, and that will be a heavy upgrade for NRG's Eco. No. No. I'm too old for that chat.
Slow, going for the hip fire. Okay, got one. Calibrating the Marshal, and a few kills happen across the map here as Cryo still holds his own at long C. Look, they had split the numbers soon enough, so it's just going to be 2 rotating back over. Nice job by 100 Thieves to kind of suss out what was going on around the map and keep everything safe.
Getting orbs, getting plants. Very nice. I mean, you look across the board. Vora after that plant, getting close to halfway to his Nightfall. The kills coming out from Timotino, the overdrive happening very soon. And Cryo just farming eco kills is 1 away from the evolution.
Yeah.
But I like this, even though it's an eco round, but you're looking at all the rounds so far from Cryo where he's looking for hero plays, playing solo, and he just needs to get his 1 or 2. He's always staying alive. And that looks very dangerous to face off against this team for 100 Thieves. Now, when you have from top to bottom, or at least from one extremity, Timotino on the aggression and Cryo on the anchor, getting top kills.
Pushes. Wow, pretty quick. Bringing that spike out into the open.
Spike down.
Yeah.
C.
Well, that actually gives a little bit of rotation movement to the side of NRG, so we'll see how 100 Thieves plays this out.
It's a big trade-off at the beginning as well. But it's both controllers. So it'll be a little bit less for the sight hits, but also the same thing, less for denials. So we have an even playing field, and let's try to break that util in front of that B site. Let's have Timotino break the rotates. Kind of very similar to... Oh, never mind. He'll go for the first peek and loses a fight to Brock, and that might just force 100 Thieves to commit towards B.
You're going to eat quite a bit of this util, or just force to the right side. No position that NRG is in just yet, so this is a plant. And they should be able to garrison that if they want to push it. Leave 1 in sight, push 2 out.
Definitely trying to flip that map.
Yeah, that's such a good idea here from NRG.
Pings are coming out for NRG as well. They know the garage is going to be okay. So once they reflood towards that site, just be careful for that front site, and then you can just encroach into B.
Oh, that's spicy. That's spicy. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yep. Just the big toe was in. Scuba takes advantage of that. Relay bolt goes up as they get the interceptor down, so they're able to get a little bit more cover as they head into the site. Still three standing in for NRG, and they have to start clicking down, but Cryo over the shoulder of Bang, just throwing punches. Another 3K.
Dude, this is Mr. Multi-kill for Cryo for sure.
My gosh.
Well, when we started off this game, it looked like Timotino was going to be really running away in terms of, you know, maybe doing a little bit of a cosplay of G's Pac-Man earlier on today.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's insane.
On Breeze, that was
Congrats to
insane.
him.
Record ACS on Breeze, but now you have Cryo just mowing down players to preventing the defuse from coming out on NRG.
He only works in 3Ks. That's all that is. Even though he has 16, don't pay attention to that. All right, we're
okay. We're casters. We don't know math.
Yeah. Back in, just kind of back to the scene of the crime here. Can they make it different though, or does NRG have enough chalk for 100 Thieves? It's going to be 1-for-1 to start off here, and NRG wants to make it chaotic.
What?
Oh, my classics? Holy, they rained down on 100 Thieves, and that is indeed one of the thriftiest thrifties. Holy moly.
Wow. I was just about to mention that the game plan's pretty good. Get that wall up, Timotino in, farm some kills, and also waste out the util for NRG so they don't have anything left once Timotino's wall comes down and it can flood back against them. But look at that double crossfire setup, and that defensive wall is what was the most dangerous thing.
So much.
For 100 Thieves to face against, because everybody's getting decay coming through when you're jumping into the unknown on the B site, and they just eat lead.
Oh, NRG winning an amazing round, but also a good point to both of these. Actually, hold that point. Scuba and Mata flying through. And Asuna is gonna cause for pause for a moment. Finally stopping, 8 HP though. Cryo seeing if this extends to a flank on the right side still. And they haven't even left spawn.
You'll take that into win column because you pull out one player ahead for NRG. You've done some heavy damage onto Asuna, but also trying to get information and trying to get your Neon in. They don't have that anymore. Thankfully, though, Cryo's still up. Hopes are still alive here for 100 Thieves to fight back in this map. Within this round of 17, it's a triple contact play where Kiko's playing it solo.
He knows he's really only going to eat a paranoia here, so he can keep it close enough to get a trade. Honestly, leaving the person with 8 HP up might just make it easy. It does make it easier. Brock finds a shock dart. And now Bang here, a tall ask.
He's got one snake bite and the orb to work with. The thing is he's just going to count his seconds when they start tapping on the spike.
Yep. It does. It comes down to just knowing the agency. He brings it down to 1 bar so he can get it back up at 2 because it needs to refill to right there. He brings it down again. Keeps it on this time to try and go for the full attack, but they all turn to look. 3 staring straight at Bang, and Scuba's going to be healthy enough to get right on it.
Yeah, both Scuba and Brock. So good on them to get that. And that might have been their turning point for NRG on that previous round with that thrifty win that they just got. Great little push in the beginning. Looks like nobody was expecting that garage push because it was never really shown on that side. Everybody was so focused on that Neon making so much noise running down towards that B side with the Hunter's Fury.
Nicely done. Nice round, guys. Good kills.
So you have to see that it was a selfless play for the side of Mata to allow his support cast to get all those kills, get value, and get the round.
So although 100 Thieves was able to find that bonus, it's still NRG running away with the next few rounds. Back to guns. He likes to go fast. Honestly, he was faster on the defensive side, and you can see how much they're trying to just kind of keep him in until everybody can be there with him. Finally here towards B. 100 Thieves haven't faked a lot. They've just conditioned that they're going in on any of their plays, so this is a pullback that NRG's ready for.
Brock's in the smoke, crossfire with Scuba. Lots of util coming up, and player spotted by the drone.
Oh, they don't even have to see him. They're all pinged out. The God Dart comes through for NRG, and it's just going to be a quick cleanup as they know exactly where the rest of them are. What a clinical round from NRG.
It's gotta hurt. Evolution was pumped at the same time for Cryo, but he couldn't even walk inside the site to just absorb that util. So that could be the tip of the spear to help out Team Mutino to fight into the A site.
Jeez.
We mentioned that crossfire setup, that dart coming out from Scuba, and another one of those moments where it's one piece of util, there's some noise being made by one player, and all that focus is directed on...
It's at 10 to 8 now. 3 ultimates ready. Good denial ultimates as well here to just stop 100 Thieves in their tracks as they go for a Stinger low buy.
They're already instantly rotating for energy. So leaving Motto alone, he's got the operator, he's already watching down that line. Especially after that first contact. Brock!
Gotta go fast.
Slice to home plate for that kill.
Motino feeling at home now. He just wants to go forward a little bit more, picks himself an upgrade.
All right, how do you play the counter? Because the ult's gonna come down for Scuba.
They hold.
Snake bite should be for the corner of the A long.
He knows. We love this nerdiness. He's gonna do a little bit more damage. 60 for Timo. Actually,
Interceptor.
yeah, Interceptor actually catches that deep in the air. Smoke goes out. The hold now comes through as NRG pretty much have a full retake on the site. They just have to source where the enemies are, and Cryo's able to hide just in the crux of that little cubby down in sewers. And this gets the scary part. Can they get out of the smoke? Well, they cannot. NRG finds every target required, and they pick themselves up in 11th round.
A beautiful retake. That smoke that came towards that long A side too, just to keep some players alive, but wait out the lockdown so they could fight back for 100 Thieves. But the fact that you tap onto that spike, you trusted your teammate to protect you, as at least you're trying to get it to half. Kiko's able to get a kill. They double up for the last 2 kills, and Mata just stays laser focused also to look down towards that sewers.
It's so good having that lockdown for an operator too.
No, this smoke's gross. Whoever suggested that, you're him.
Getting that back into the site for Mata online, just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and that was the smoke I was mentioning before, down towards that long A side off that lockdown right over here. Makes it very difficult.
To the left.
Yeah, I mean, my circles aren't the best on this teleprompter.
Oh, he tempts. Oh, in the face. Mata will think twice about a re-peek. It just cuts down. They're all holding for a moment here and just re-clearing some stuff. Right through the door.
That's the problem, as well as we were discussing the differences between the initiators as well. You can't really drone into garage, look deep into the C site, get that platform information, look into the window if you're actually that deep enough with the drone.
Bring them down.
We're about close range clears. You see that second Predator coming out from Vora. But now you're also realizing that the long range battles, the yomp out from Mata, is going to get a lot of value out of this.
Oh my.
30 seconds left.
Oh, almost clears Asuna. Gonna.
He's going to clear Asuna.
Gonna clear Asuna. Just took a second. Still knows where to hit these. Cryo takes a bunch of damage. Bro, he doesn't even matter if you smoke him in this tower. He's still such a threat. That's so annoying for 100 Thieves. And Brock continues to put damage down in the chip needed for NRG to put on the finishing touches. It's gonna be a little tougher to get in, but NRG's up for the challenge.
Best opening is Heaven. Vora's waiting.
Trying to find more. Seizes them in Heaven. That's a tough job to get out. Oh, yep. Knew it. Still couldn't get him. All right, that's kind of funky, Ethan. What the hell is that? Oh.
Ethan with the God play.
No way.
Just trying to look up with the crosshair, trying to get onto the boxes. Finally gets through and jumps across, doing some bunny hops as he's KZing through his experiences through tactical FPS, and still turns around to get the op kill.
The best part is like watching it, you're like, oh, his opponent knows. Oh, he'll catch him when he jumps. Wait, Ethan still knows. We're all fooled. And he just jumps, turns.
Oh my God, Ethan, that was insane.
Yeah.
And what I also like
Oh
from
my
that look from
gosh.
NRG, despite, you know, Brock staying on the top of heaven and hearing a spike being planted or tap, 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 we never really saw a fast rotate for NRG in the first place because they were always wary of maybe a lurk into garage because of that early util. So they're making sure that they're turning every single stone, making sure that nobody's really going for that late lurk and they flood retake perfectly. They are not afraid of that timer, of that spike, although if this time,
No.
they lose their neon here, and that allows 100 Thieves to hopefully come back in this game. But there is so much ground covered by this pit.
That's kind of wild. All the way around, too, so you have to wonder if he's standing in front of garage or actually in sight. They head towards B now. As the wall goes up and down, just toying with whoever might be approaching it. And it's actually the entirety of 100 Thieves.
I'm actually surprised as well. I think Scuba recalled both his turret and his alarm bot. If this pit is already watching front B side and garage, but he snuck through, there's no turret that's watching C.
Yeah,
That 100 Thieves could actually plant.
they've committed it all towards A. And now heading back, flanks already fully watched. And it looks like 100 Thieves are actually going to be able to get this round. NRG really just banking on one thing after they lost Mata to put him in a position, but the retake can still happen.
They'll fight. They have plenty of money.
Absolutely. A few of the Veto utility out and running. You see Interceptor just to the right. They've got the back watch for and Cryo clearing garage quickly, and they're still pushing on. Timotino never knows when to stop. This is kind of crazy. And they're just going to try to kind of sentry for each other, jumping back and forth as Timo goes down, but Bang will clean it up. Team Ace, you heard it. 100 Thieves working together here to get the rounds. They need 3 more to bring it to OT.
You see the power of this composition of having a Viper on your side. When you actually get that early first blood, you know that Viper, if it continues to come up and down on that lurk wall, you're not going to get too much information with a drone because it doesn't really get that deep to get too much information. So you're forcing the defenders to gamble, trying to find some stacks here and there. And because other side of C with the operator.
Ooh, low profile smoke.
Yeah, so deciding otherwise, we're just going to play a little bit more slowly for NRG once again.
Okay.
Cover going out.
Moving right. They're going to hold and not do anything. They're really just waiting for sound here. You see Ethan pushed up. You can hear quite a bit if there are any steps. Tino would be making first, but really default on both sides for now. With that 100 Thieves push towards mid, they still have a chance to go back towards A.
Ethan's accounting for after he breaks that haunt. Insta drone.
Enemy tag.
That's beautiful. They don't know this crossfire set up by Bunny in the left side here of that front B side, but as that turret is still up for Scuba in front of that B side, you don't really need to peek out to find that info yet. So very similar looks on the defense for NRG, staying very quiet, forcing their attackers to put the first wave of util. Look at how much is being utilized to finally get into this B site. One paranoia delays him, and Ethan's looking for a frag. Oh.
Ethan trying to flex here. 1-for-1 trade to start off the B take. And yeah, Brock just trying to clear. Cryo making noise, drawing the attention of the Hunter's Fury, kind of nullifying it a bit. Mata still making it work around the map along with Kiko on different fronts here. Beautiful 1v1s for the side of NRG to make it look like a game over here on Haven. The 13 to come in here in just 6 seconds. Not much that Cryo's going to do, and a very nicely done by NRG to keep this one in their favor for most of the time here, feeling in control of Haven.
Yeah, Mata.
Stave off what that wall will slow them down with. That is a storm and a half. I hope that's about what we get in this game between the two teams. Looks like an insta-wall Vans, but action as well.
Insta-wall, slow orbs. As they don't want to break it this time around. Free orb to get picked up. Yeah, that's sound cues, but at the same time as this wall comes up, there's a 4-player stack from 100 Thieves who are looking to paranoia right after this wall breaks.
Oh. They got a bit of time before it happens. Holding for now, paranoia out. And it doesn't look like they get too much off it there. A lot of connections, though. Tether's heading away. and 100 Thieves are going to mirror the map movement towards mid.
That's so interesting. They're continuing. It's an instant rotate from the Thieves, and as Ethan jumps across, though, it's 2 kills for Timotino.
That angle wasn't covered from the side by the rest of his team, and they're just going to smother NRG towards mid. Spike in the eyes of multiple members here. Oh,
So
Scuba
low, though.
with a Sheriff, though?
All one shots onto Bang, Asuna, and Timotino. Look at that HP for those 3 players remaining.
He's ready to make some music with this. 40 seconds left, lots of time, wants the smoke to clear, so all of his angles are open for a swing.
The longer that he waits, though, the heal is going to come back up, and there it is.
Oh, you're right. It's coming through, but it doesn't matter. Heal negated completely. Oh, no, almost the 1v1 was there for the snapshot, but Bang's not even going to give it a chance. 100 Thieves start off with pistol round.
And that's discipline. Bang out in the open. Asuna waiting behind the wall. They don't want to double swing. They just want to play the bait and switch. In the end, though, it's a great read by 100 Thieves. Even if they tried to go for the trap play with the wall breaking, they delayed the push.
Yeah.
They slowed down NRG. And I was surprised that NRG decided to just full run back towards middle and fight back towards mid.
See what he did to me? You see what he did to me? What the?
Yeah, that's that Sheriff swing right at the middle duel, but again, it was instantly read by 100 Thieves to rotate back on middle to fight against them right away.
Quick shots. So what do you mean, dude?
No way.
It's the same thing that you do to people, Timotino. Cryo's there to finish off the 2 full house Timotinos over Cryo's, and they just threw that one with a full hand.
And there's a reason why in the conversation, even when Dan was talking to Timotino in the first place, that he probably is mechanically the best whaley in the world. The fact that he's able to get a miss on that shot, land it right there, and then insta TP to stay alive at 8 HP.
Now they're conditioned. Now they're conditioned. I'm Marshall, and we're big up.
To even think he came out of the last round, be like, how did he do that to me? And it's something he does to people every round.
He talked about conditioning on the Marshall, which is why he's going straight into the Outlaw. So the bonus round goes up to that. Because they're like, oh, well, we'll just get small shields. It'll still be good enough for us to play against the Marshall. So now it allows for him to take down Brock, Ethan, or maybe the others with headshots.
And he's already trying to get on that line. They're going to give him a little bit of a prowler opening, a blind as well. Farm for Timotino. Oh, over. Where did he go? Who knows? Who knows? That's the question. Still moving their way towards this B site. We'll see what the Vito defense can do, but it looks like he's just going to give up space for now because the cavalry is a bit of ways away.
Wait, that's a great position to hold up
It's
towards
such
elbow.
a good position.
So even if the Molly breaks his second TP, holding that spot is crucial for 100 Thieves because they went for a 4-player stack on that A side that rotates all towards Cole. Fortunately, they lost that 1 player there.
Quick check by Mata. Looks like it's going to overflood the elbow now, so it makes it a little bit harder to come out, but that is their choice. Oh, detected. Util down. It's all about the aim. And the crosshair placement is there for NRG. They're going to clean this one up. 3 for NRG to end the round. And they get themselves that bonus away from 100 Thieves.
Yeah. Again, in 2026, 100 Thieves have been looking very good on this map with this composition. But also for Bonkar and NRG, they love playing this map. I think we haven't seen it too much because, or it's floated, banned, whatever, but
Yeah.
they're always going to leave that in their arsenal.
Good recovery, boys.
So if that's available, you'll take it. You'll play it. Now it shows, at least on how they're controlling the aggression from 100 Thieves from what they've learned for the first 2 rounds. Another outlaw for Timotino. 3 players, 1 shotable for the Sign of Energy.
Be right back.
So they are reading into it.
Elbow control right away. This is actually going to put Bang in the site alone, and they know it. However, they don't want to chase it down just yet. There's a shot to Mata. Yeah, 10 HP. And just a quick backup. 100 Thieves is here. Other side of the box, shoulder to shoulder, is Kiko and Vora. Oh my gosh, this is going to explode in just a second here. Everybody is about to peak. Brock goes down, Vora makes it 2. And he's got too much to handle there as the team can't get the swing fully in, but Bang is waiting on the timing and he's able to find it as the Virgin's paths come through. And Bang's able to walk right down it.
And NRG fall to their own demise, seeing a wall come up and instantly tries to break it.
Yeah.
There's a slow wall, a slow fill behind it, placed by Asuna, and there's really nowhere to rotate. instead falling back. But now that keeps you out in the open when you're trying to retreat from elbow. You already lost the spike out in the open.
Let's go!
Man, that was just Bang on...
And even better against G2.
Yeah, it was dominant against G2. They set up towards A for NRG on this. Still leaving Timotino with that outlaw mid for these rounds, just to keep an eye on crosses. Oh, it's going to be quick coming in, a flash right over that top. Vora has no idea what's going on, and Mod is able to get safe with even a bit more info on the way out.
Already with first blood, he might try to converge into the A site, especially when they have the slow field from Mata.
Everybody trying to get into the smoke right now. Duck and cover. Kiko finds a few, even with their back turned. A third one there as they're trying to swing, and Asuna has no choice but to attempt the same. Quick heal to himself, bandaged up. And actually, we'll reconsider, see if he's flanked for a moment here. Might even go for that full save, yeah.
With the poison orb being thrown up towards the end, that window is gone.
Oh,
But here's a rotate, here comes a duel. Falls back here, I think Ethan's gonna try to start booking it. They wanna try to get this ult up as soon as possible for the KO, or maybe even on Scuba. So they let him free, they let Asuna towards that spawn, and now it's just too late.
They think he's cut back a little bit. But yeah, they're gonna wait.
Be around across. Actually, when you're looking at the money too, maybe that's the one that overrides it all. You see, after this buy, Mod only has 500 credits. So to keep the rifle instead of trying to lose it to somebody that could be very hot in Asuna as this Sage, you want to keep that economy available for your side. And they kept it simple from the timeout. Pop flash, dash through, nothing that you could do here for Vora.
One enemy remaining.
Vito's, oh my god, almost died to bombs.
I think NRG are doing a good job of staying away from that B and not putting themselves in elbow too much, because those are the two places the Sage excels at slowing you. So left side entries, dash over sight, like they came out of the timeout. You're right to call that just basics, back to basics. Oh, Bang's ready for that one. TP on the wall. Okay, this isn't basics. It's getting a little too crazy. 100 Thieves are really going to be able to bite back on those.
That was simple for Bang to just stay tucked in towards that site. They understood the flashbang with the dash that got a lot of value onto Vora in the first place. Now they just want to make sure that at least somebody's there to trade no matter what. Almost felt like maybe the barrel of a weapon was sticking out there for Scuba, so he got wallbang there through that box. But that first kill is perfect for Bang. It almost felt like they were about to get crunched into towards Rooster. Beautiful read.
One enemy remaining.
By 100 Thieves on the defense, especially with Cryo with the last two kills once again. I mean, you walk into Cryo, he's going to take you down.
He's wild, and we just see him on Vito. Not a lot of just not a map, so he's going to be comfortable from game to game here, doing what he did last game here now on Corrode. Great stop by Bang. I mean, NRG try to condition that a little bit, but go with also what worked. And Bang's like, not this time.
It almost looked kind of...
Wait, you want to hear what happened? This guy tried to TP dog.
Yeah.
I walled up. He
There you
TP'd
go.
on top of my wall by accident.
was just about to talk about that. It almost felt like a throw play by Kiko, but he's trying to TP through a smoke.
Ooh. A lot of refracting going on. Bending light everywhere here in the B lobby.
So I give a chance here to continue to talk about that wall engagement. So he's just trying to TP through that wall, through the smoke. Wall pushes him up, free kill. And that was just 100 Thieves once again being one step ahead on that previous round to know that NRG was looking to go for that mid to A crunch back towards the A link. But this round now, you saw that engagement towards that front B site. They walk back, and this is exactly what we're talking about since that timeout from NRG. Now Bonkard has a player inserted towards this B main as everybody's falling back towards A. It allows for you to work that map a little bit more for NRG now.
No, no, no. Wait. Wait. Oh. He felt it. So he's like, someone's staring at me. Oh, Cryo with another two.
Wow, that evens the playing field. And Scuba finally checked, probably because he heard the rumbles. Plan experience. Rookie last year, learns a little bit more, especially at the champion stage. And unfortunately, that insert from Mata couldn't get that pick onto Bang. But the rest of the cavalry is there. Recon, knife into sight. Bang still tucks in.
Going for the shots, threw up a fake TP before they entered to maybe get those crosshairs broken on the site entry. And now it's going to have to be Asuna waiting for Timotino to come in. No util really to use here. They don't need to heal up.
Timotino still unaccounted for, so that's why Brock is actually leaving Ethan on an island. Both of them have to play their lives.
Those are impossible angles. You're back, right, left. It's so hard to choose. You don't just get a 50-50. It's divided way more than that. Wait a minute. Wait, one fight goes on. Now they can turn around. They got a crossfire now. Can they get contact crossfire, though? It's still off a little bit, but can they trade the shot that's needed? It's still on slow tick. Goes to medium tick there. Touched by Timotino. And that's the shot from Brock! What a hold, what patience to play off each other and trusted teammates.
And they found the surprise opening for 100 Thieves on the initial 2v2 when they just saw Ethan tucked into the corner. But unfortunately, I think it was Timotino just couldn't get that kill. And that's also, by the way, good experience of keeping the crosshair up towards that jump spot, because you probably heard it the whole time when it was only down towards that bottom middle. So again, keeping players inserted for NRG to listen for noise and also to cut these rotates has been the name of the game.
And it feels like NRG, even on Haven, they have to go through these like multiple wars, and then they choose another side, go through another war, choose another one, and they're coming out on top with only a few players in these rounds.
Toxins going up.
Push.
Toxin screen down.
Fine to do.
Oh.
It's Timotino.
Show that shoulder. Yeah, I remember Scuba to recheck that, and he gets away safe. Nicely done to get a little bit of knowledge and util there. Spike's still down, but there is an adventure here by NRG.
Thing is, NRG can't really tempo up based off that push from Timotino, because it was only him making that noise, even if he had two players behind him. So NRG has to continue to clear slowly, especially with Motto and an Outlaw. There's still so many question marks around the map where you don't really know where the other four players are at. Well, now that you spot the Sage Wall, you know that Asuna is playing B here.
Just slightly ships in the night on these angles, crossing each other as they're looking for anything to break those lines. Null command, starting to tear the site apart ability-wise, but nobody has even peeked yet.
30 seconds
Seeing if they can get a scatter from what's in sight. Ethan is a body down, but not a body out as Mata and Scuba start to trade back here. NRG smothering that kill feed.
I know he's in here somewhere. He put the wall up. Somebody's got to look.
Yeah,
Spike down B.
a little bit of a tunnel vision on that as they're going for the plant.
10 seconds left.
And a full clear gets under their skin. Bang here. Already takes a tag. Go for a close paranoia. Look for the shot where you know somebody already is. Separating the 1v1s in a perfect way. Surgical, but Brock still has the timing on his left side to clean it up for NRG.
Not even giving it a chance to even tap the spike for Bang. But another round displayed of patience for NRG. To have these two players inserted towards Cole, but they don't make any noise yet. Because again, Mata creeps up, sees that wall. They probably heard that it was thrown up at the beginning of the round, so there's like, okay, there's probably 15 seconds left before that wall breaks. Let's pull everybody back, and as soon as it's about to break, we can just pop and pincer. Asuna was left uncounted for a couple of seconds if Cryo was able to stay alive while eating all of that util being thrown off the ult. That would have given Asuna some...
A connector already, Mata. A shot onto Vora. Feels like a second one could even be there. And they do have a gun to pick up. He's like, you know, maybe you want to get that later in the round for me? Ooh, and maybe has one already.
So I was about to say, getting some value from his position before it gets value this time.
Yeah.
Crouch peek. Timing! Oh.
Little hop. A slow towards mid, so Timo can get coverage on the transfer here. Rez on Vora. Oh, almost lost him on the way out there, and they still commit to saturate to that.
Advantage back for 100 Thieves after that res, and even better as they drop a second player. Ethan feels like he's found a gap. All hero players are about to come up. Needed by NRG right now.
Jumpy. Oh, nice from Kiko to kind of backpedal there, not knowing what he would be facing in that doorway.
Hear the rotate. There's still a walk up from Mata to A main. 100 Thieves are rotated across. There's no slows left for Asuna. Not even a wall. Will have to be the buddy system within the A site.
Ooh, got that paranoia out. Making sure they shoot the knife anyways, but it still went off. Martino just on the side. Mata, beautiful jiggle to get out of the corner here, and it's just back and forth. A fight on two fronts that 100 Thieves is able to win.
Almost made it possible there for NRG.
Yeah.
5 versus 3, and they almost took over the site with Mata getting the first backstab kill, but thankfully there's still more players there. Thankfully Asuna was here to get that pick and that res. And I think that was a pick onto Brock with an outlaw who was trying to look down that line. Just nice awareness coming out from Asuna, the veteran for the team. Lots of ults available, and the last time they had this over, it was a convergence path towards the A side, so lots of players, even the Vito setting up over on that A side first. NRG has decided otherwise. B side hit.
Quick ball, he's on it. Oh, still gets the stinger play. Slow to delay, they're getting through. It took a little bounce around actually before they got it, but it played out in Timmy's favor for that. Wow. And Asuna is still just not allowing anybody in, shutting the door once again on the rest of the members here of NRG. And Timotino says, where are you?
Does what he does best.
Does what he does best.
A flawless 400 Thieves, an eco for NRG, who were just trying to punish Asuna, but did not expect for Asuna to play on top of his wall. So as the dash comes across, you land into like, oh wait, you're not on the floor. So crosshair placement broken, and he gets the easy pick, and then allows your team with Timo to come out to help.
Nice, let's
No
go,
plans.
boys. We're heating up.
But still good money enough to go for a strong buy.
Thanks. Show yourself you can.
Just a few more rounds here. 100 Thieves. Can they make it 8-4? Take a half for themselves. What a start. It's so crazy how fast they do this stuff. Timotino down in the Waylay v Waylay fight.
100 Thieves once again still doing a similar setup for Interceptor and Chokehold up towards that front A site. Just to not allow NRG to follow behind that trap play that it did a couple of rounds ago when Mata had his ult. You can definitely see that they're trying to condition that noise over that long B side. You're forcing a play out of 100 Thieves, which is pretty decent here. They're playing a high-low and a top mid. You almost saw an over commitment from Vora to walk all the way down. But as it stays quiet and it heard that noise initially towards that B site, they decide to gamble that strength on that side and give that responsibility over to Cryo to try to hold this solo. Remember, still a pop flash available for Ethan. Still big util available for Mata to start dashing in.
Really get to see how Cryo wants to play this by himself.
30 seconds
No
left.
sound just yet, but they don't want to shoot it either. It goes off. Cryo gets a little bit of return there for the squad. Instantly gets out, and he's ready. Wow! The convergence path just missed, so he gets a second one. NRG was not expecting that, but they're still 3 strong. We're equal here for this retake for 100 Thieves. And that Nightfall gonna try to uneven a few things. They trade ultimates back and forth. Vora goes down here, and Mata already has a lockdown on where they're both coming from.
Yeah, calls bingo there. But it's a wall to try to defuse.
The diagonal wall trying to get, oh, that's such a weird angle to see if anybody peeks. It's definitely not Asuna's peak. Oh, this is tough, yeah. Trying to see if the swing comes in from the cross angle. That would have been better. And trying to both peek the Odin is never gonna go well, but you're gonna have to anyways. It's an inevitable no. Oh, Brock still has some of those lines.
You already know when it's checkmate, when Brock's already holding a line into one of the wall that hasn't been reinforced going into the new changes of Corrode. He loses his life, so the damage is still there. That's what Asuna was looking for, at least, as a silver lining. But yeah, you said that the slow field kind of missed there from Mata. It was actually a TP that was set up by Cryo. Was able to get out of dodge so that he could get this pick right there onto Scuba. So a nice little heads up play, but just too many players to deal against.
Welcome to the league, bro. Actual welcome to the league moment for this kid.
That potentially could be talking about Vora, the latest IGL for 100 Thieves. We'll hold that thought for a bit, though, because NRG are looking to pop quickly into the B control. Give the orb to Ethan with one more round to go in this half.
Oh, this is getting funky. The trades do come in though. And that's gonna hurt. Way late down. They can't really get back into a site if they don't already have it, and they're shut down in mid by 100 Thieves. Wall from Asuna. That doesn't mean Ethan can't do work across the map. Spike's already gonna be getting into sight here. No, it's not. Has to turn. They actually hear Asuna still running back in there.
Especially when Ethan is with Spike alone and they know that Asuna's on a rotate back.
Yeah.
The mistake came out from Carl pushing out towards main. Understandable. Guy usually doesn't miss his duels, but Ethan punishes him, and that gives a chance now for NRG to rework that map. But Asuna finds that timing after that pick. Nobody is going to pay attention to the re-clear back from mid, from front B. Asuna's in a prime position until maybe around this corner. That's when players are going to start looking behind them as soon as they go for a plant towards that A site. Unfortunately here, Asuna misses the timing towards the A link and has to go back towards A main.
Don't get in my way, world.
Don't get in my way,
Spike
world.
planted.
They're just gonna sit inside this. Let's see if Asuna can get close. Maybe grab a footstep. I highly doubt it.
Now the best thing that they have for the defense retake is a Paranoia flooded.
Oh, they know that what a snake bite to get a jump out of Bang, a kill out of Ethan. And yeah, they're not gonna allow what really put their foot down on this. NRG grab a 6th round to even it up. A 6-6 first half here. And a pretty brutal back and forth.
It's been fairly close as we get to the mid round or the mid half of both of these maps, but this is where it gets difficult for 100 Thieves. The double sentinel on the attack. And so usually the strong suit to play on the defense, but to let 6 rounds go through for NRG, they're going to have to be pristine on their attack side.
NRG could close it out on of NRG, and 100 Thieves can push in for some rounds here on the attack side.
It's 100 Thieves trying to work together very similarly to NRG at the pistol round. But this is where they shine. A double dive with the shorty. You keep the gap away from elbow though, and that forces a TP back. And now NRG can start playing the crossfire setup.
1 shot, 2 shot. Brock in the way. Just puts up a door as the rest of the team is coming down in. Scuba, easy cleanup on that. NRG are able to clean up a pistol round for themselves here. Gonna make this half difficult, aren't they?
Exactly. Because just as Jonah P and also EU's mentioned, the more you play against this comp, the more you're used to how this comp kind of lays out. But also the more you play reps against Timotino, the more what he's trying to do in terms of the double dash shotgun could be read. So to stay way further back, outside of a range where you don't get that much value off the shorty shots when you double dive into the elbow, was some great reads from the side of NRG. And then they stole the rest of that push from 100 Thieves right after. Odin's second round for Brock. Signature move. Take another orb point, Vora after that death.
Clean. They're already looking towards A main though. Looks like NRG knows a bit. They're gonna give him some space. It's still not hitting. 100 Thieves trying to do a lot just off contact. That's gonna be a shot off contact. Mata trades it back and they just smoke off the realm. No getting in from lobby for now.
Yeah, that's no choice but to have to come up and play the contact when they've lost Vora towards that B side. And that could be also the game plan looking at NRG approaching this map, right? Knowing how 100 Thieves been playing. Because as we mentioned before, the name of the game with its double senti on the attack is potentially to default play slow, but also waste out your opponent's util, less of yours, so you could actually just fortify the site once you actually get in. But if NRG could just shut down Timotino in the beginning, they won't get too much value to get into sites.
That was a pretty big shutdown there as they try to come around the corner for a second one. Nicely done by NRG. Playing clean. I don't think they feel like they have to do anything outside the box, or they're getting stressed right now.
Yeah, for now.
100 Thieves have to employ that.
Yeah. Nice little piss around to standard anti-eco. Fortifying some big guns on the extremities. Mata with a Vandal on one side, Odin on the other end. And you kind of just play a 4-1 on the defense on the anti. And now you're able to get an op on the third round.
Shots, Kiko goes in. This Team Latino's trying to go so fast here now, and NRG has watched the tapes. They see that he dives in that corner. Teams were even hitting Tejo salvos in that corner to stop it from happening. Here he's taken out very quick, and NRG get to sit back with numbers up.
Very similar pathing as what Ospas also does for MIBR when he plays with a rifle. Double dash in, and usually you're able to TP out quick. And that's what Timo's been mentioning in his post-game interviews with multiple people, is like, I could abuse the util kit out of the Waylay because usually nobody's able to shoot me back. Because I could just freely recall. Like, Hiko was just really quick on being able to take him down. And as we just mentioned before, you shut down the one that's trying to gain your space in the beginning. Now it has to come out for the rest to just work as a group.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fake for their side, though.
Double Sentinel sticks out even more.
This is tough. As you're trying to group 3 players to potentially sell a fake towards the A site, a dart already came out towards that front B side, and it was shot by Vora. So if they're showing their hand on this side where Kiko might spot them soon.
They prowl it up. Kiko's ready. Jiggling in the corner. He sees the shoulder. Bang knows to slice it just right. And they've already crept into sight here.
You gotta book it.
Walling off. They can find Scuba in the corner here, and they kind of have to uproot him before too much can happen, and they cannot do that. He's diving in for more. Vora's going to try to plan on the outside while you get Bang for the fight. Dust settles for a moment. Shock darts for anybody playing close, but man, they can flood back in. I guess it's going to be one less on that flood, though. Operator there. It's going to be slow peaks, trying to protect that, making sure nobody's flanking on the outside, and they're clear on that. Man, this is just such a back. Oh, double saturate over the box. One more. Going to be alive, doesn't want to play the dart, just wants to play his life. Brock's going to always use that technique. He's got it down pat, and he gets the round for his team again.
And just to make sure that if you're not shooting a dart, you're probably going to try to fall back, but if he's not getting pinned, you could just chase him down. So very nice heads-up play by Brock. Almost doable and turned over for this side of 100 Thieves when they were a player behind. And again, it almost looked like the play was to try to show yourselves here towards the A site and finish towards B, because it's a fast rotate from mid. But after Vora gets spotted out, they're just gambling for that push towards that B side. You're hoping they're able to fight through. And when you take over that site on A, you have to as that ex-TSM coach. Adding now Doom Bros to the scenario. So 2 coaches now digesting what has been happening towards this attack side for the Thieves and trying to readjust. Brock's trying to play the long range with the Odin. He's going to try to hide across and hopefully find Bang to be able to take him down, but...
Oh, hit, dance. Oh, the long range as well. Able to pin that one down. You don't have much movement at that point.
And it's just the small things too, mechanically. He just waited for that second pulse to come out from a dart before he goes out with this Hunter's Fury to get the better timing onto that. So keep in mind how you want to play those in your games.
NRG on a line here, at least at B for a small site onto main. Keep safe at the other sites. Now they know where Mata's op is. And they still have to work around a saving grace. Timotino is still alive in this one. He was not the first blood to go down, so they still have some entry.
Exactly. Silver lining is that it's quote-unquote just Asuna that falls. So the wall, they won't really have it, but they still have that tip of the spear. Timotino to open it up. Still has the Fade to help out. So he can gather a little bit more space on the attack side for 100 Thieves. A split setup, a 2-2 from the elbow in front of the A site.
It feels like it has to happen now if they're going to come back. Ethan and Brock already there to set up the defense. And Cryo hearing everything just on the side of who might be in sight. They still haven't traded a glance just yet. Just shots through the smoke, and the Phantoms are doing work there as Vora is able to take down Ethan. A good amount of retake ability taken away there from NRG. Ooh. Cryo just watching that wall fall apart in front of him, but he stays healthy. And now, without a kill coming through on that, they're actually going to get a save here.
It's a good call. It was looking to have Scuba going for the full flank on the A side, but the chokehold's there.
Yeah.
They have a knob still available for Mana. Hard to retake in the sprays that doesn't connect it to any kills from Brock into the A site. It's a nice turnaround, though, because it's a round that started with a man advantage for the side of NRG. Another round where 100 Thieves actually fell a player early and had to dig deep into the pockets to try to salvage and get a round back in their favor, and thankfully they were able to do so when, again, Team Mutino still being alive and just went for the sheer peek and fight. And that was a drone, right? So the drone saw 3 and went for a double tag, too. It was just unlucky here for 100 Thieves to start off the round, but at least they're able to turn it back in their favor.
Tempered emotions. Definitely happy to get the round, but they know there's work to be done. Setting up towards the left side. Ping's on the right, so they may try to feign something over towards A here with that late lobby play. No, just an early smoke to slow him down.
Just a gap timing so that Team Mutino could move forward. But Scuba was waiting.
Yeah.
Helps out Brock. Now phase 2, right now for 100 Thieves. Another player down, but grabbing that orb has now the Nightfall for Vora. Be a nice little piece there for them to be able to get that space. For the rest of NRG, they're just trying to really stay behind this Viper wall that they placed up on middle.
Yeah.
Just try to make sure that nobody's trying to recontact into the B side as you drone out for Brock, and now you could start shifting some players back. Now 3 players for NRG over on this A site.
Preventative smokes from Kiko just clearing now to the side of 100 Thieves so they can walk through. What a 0 point. KO knife comes out. NRG is very wise to what's going on this round. And you already see the rotation over from Scuba. Mata trying to take a position where he might have an escape back already covered. His teammate has his 6. Decade staying, looking for the shot, and it's actually going to be a jump across with Cryo clearing the kill. Still going in. Slow peeks on each other, banging Ethan, trading a look. As Kiko looks to take the same position, maybe to fill it fast enough to catch somebody off guard, but that is not the case. All 3 from the same spot. Brock leading this charge with the Odin. See what kind of fancy shot he's got. Destroyed right away. Oh, fancy shot 1 onto Cryo. Knows the angle. Dipped down to the left there to catch somebody just on the wall. They have to peek out. 100 Thieves are ready and lined up to drop NRG 1 by 1.
You have no choice but to save. Nice little hole by 100 Thieves.
Yeah. Ooh, Bang's hungry. Why not? You're rich right now.
And by losing Team Mutino early in the round and not having really a big way to get into the mid control, they avoided that whole thing. And while you still had a player inserted towards this A side, that hasn't heard anything, it gives a chance and a good tell for 100 Thieves to be able to split into the site just as they did. A little bit of a disjointed double swing outside of that smoke, though. Because Brock was getting immense value with the spray of the Odin.
And actually get a few ults online for the following rounds, too, if they play it right.
So same wall comes out for Scuba, but I think this time around, especially when you're on Eco, you're going to have to try to walk down this.
Bring them down.
That's Kiko trying to spawn up towards Rooster first, and the rest of them now rotating towards a stack out over.
Evolution.
Team
Mutino and Scuba takes him down right away. Wait a minute. That might be enough. That might be enough. Get the bodies in. Overwhelm. That's the rest of it that they need. No, not like this. The classics are ringing out for NRG.
Blind.
They have 3 left. Oh, no, God, it's going to happen again. Look away. NRG get the classic thrifty.
Usually you take coach timeouts to figure out what you can do in your gun round, but somehow they found value from Haven into this one with Eco wins. But that's also the beauty of the heads-up play of what information you're able to get from that KO knife it down towards mid. No defaulting coming up on that side. You gamble that push towards that A site. And it starts with Scuba's Bandit on that first kill, disrupting that rush into that B site. And you saw the rest was history.
Unbelievable. but we saw it, so you got to believe it.
I mean, that just makes a point that you have to get the energy bundle, right?
Oh my gosh. We'll see. Maybe we'll get an interview to see if it increased the sales. They already have increased rounds, and it looks like they're going to grab more here with the momentum that they have. Pop Flash smoked out. Right now, 100 Thieves is trying to see if energy will give him anything, and Mata says, I'll take some info with me.
You saw that Ethan went for the pop flash and tried to jump peek to see if anybody was there, but there was a smoke that popped just before. So he couldn't get any value, which now forces Brock to meet up with him, drone right away, so they can't really get true information yet.
Oh, Waylay. Saturate back. Still the speed of light, even if you're saturated. Cryo starts us off. 100 Thieves has been good for the 5v4 conversion. They start to push into sight. Flash, Mata still has control of this left side, but they're not going to fully peek. They're trying to leave that elbow push to be a little bit later to get timing and back. Oh, okay, bye. Is the rush all the way to the other site as we have 100 Thieves going coast to coast on this one.
Love it. The knife even misses Cryo. But Mata still really clearing it.
10 seconds left.
Free kill. Plant now comes in towards the B side. It's a 4v4. You're trying to push forward to cut the rotates across. And it's Timotino at the point, and you love to see, from the 100 Thieves point of view, your duel is still alive to cut these rotates.
Scuba sees one to the right, so he tries to take a bit of an unknown fight. Maybe he can identify a second. Good like the placement of 100 Thieves. We got various angles being watched here. Timo ready to take a fight. Quick on Brock. Knows he's going to try to be dipping util in from that tower, the heaven area. Now they're just looking to clear one. They're looking to get out safe. Timotino is looking for more, as always. It's going to be energy pushed out of this one. Bangs on a search and destroy as well. And he will be destroyed. Scuba stays alive for those last two engagements, but 100 Thieves are able to bring it within one.
Now you're questioning, was it worth it to go chase after that kill? Not only on that death, but I feel like that kill, even death from Bang, no matter what happens, sorry, onto Scuba, he gets the pit into the next round. I was just about to mention here, disjointed once again for energy for the retake.
Right? Yeah.
Because if you looked at it, they had absolutely no util to try to get info for them to flood back in. They had to find better timings. The ones that are working as in tandem on this elbow side should have been the first one getting contact. So the other ones on the rotate could actually get some value.
And that's wild to say. The double initiator defense squad didn't have the util. That give and go that 100 Thieves did at A really drained them. What a nice strategy there by Vora and the squad. Can they keep it going though? Hands forced a little bit here as they seemingly pushed away from A. Can still decide to go towards that pit, but are focused on B here.
And I think they're very okay right now to maybe have that push aggression. Even if Timotino dies in the side. Thought he was going to try to stay. If the rest could follow, that's a res available for Asuna. Just keep him back up. But at least that dash gets information of one player towards the elbow. But with that pit still up over on that A side for energy, they could continue to play just this 3-1-1 setup on the defense.
Multi-swing onto Mata. Flash over.
There you go.
Ooh. Big info. Oh, one by one. We go through. They're still kind of paused up here because they want to get the kill in mid. They know they just have the aggression there, and Ethan's getting kind of antsy. It hasn't stopped. They're trying to head through connector. Brock's there to start laying them low, but it's only going to be the one kill as they just go left and right. What a beautiful entry by 100 Thieves there to be checking the corners and covering the teammates.
Energy being a little bit off on the timing, and they're trying to hold that mid take. So the first flash gets info because he blinded 4 players. That's Ethan throwing that flash on the KO. But then you're trying to punish. Look at that X right there, trying to get that kill onto the link.
Yeah.
As soon as he tries to do that, well, it was already one player right in his face.
Toxins going up.
That didn't allow here for the 2 players on that B side to, 1, set up, or 2, be in a winnable position because 2 of their players on defense holding that mid got caught off guard. Sorry. It will be a save for the last 2 players. Or sorry, for only Scuba. But 100 Thieves are able to now tie this game 10-10 We did mention it was going to be a back and forth affair.
Yeah.
Especially going into this map and potentially the third map of Split because of the tape you've seen on these two teams in the past few weeks of this Kickoff of Americas.
Man, 100 Thieves with what they have to work with, having the Sentinels still being able to creep up, find the kills, be behind each other. It takes a lot of trust. It takes a little bit more to get online. And it is happening here. They're able. Oh my God, what is that slow-mo? Oh, production. 10 to 10. We are here ready to see a third map between 100 Thieves and NRG if they can push it 3 more rounds. Still a bye. And that ult's online and null command in Hunter's Fury for NRG to stop 100 Thieves in their tracks.
And you know that round loss is going to hurt because Bonkar felt like he had a lot to say. He doesn't have any timeouts left to call here to readjust things for NRG. So 100 Thieves, they do have the upper hand. Knife spots 2 players, so they're just going to keep slowing down and cycling util. Although that drone is a little bit preemptive since we've already put that double wall up.
Ooh, push right off the wall. In the attempt to use it, Mata gets a kill down to 20 HP though.
Count your lucky stars. I was saying 0 value on that drone. You saw that Sage wall boost. Bring it up Timotino and he instantly gets pinged. But this is a great start. In the mid-round, you're already forcing out the ult into Hunter's Fury to answer back.
Oh, KZ Bang. Oh, with the jumps. Nice dance by Bang here. Ethan on the peak, and he's actually orbing from where he's from, so they can kind of walk right up onto this. He knows though, he feels it. Ethan senses this. Oh my God, the timing is incredible here as they hit 30-second mark. He knew it was going to be the trigger point for 100 Thieves to activate.
The fight back towards main with a splash.
There it is, Hassan on to Ethan already as they knew he was running away. It was just an eventual amount of time to catch him. Oh, Timotino on the run. He's like, wait a minute, those aren't my teammates' footsteps. Nice turn by Kiko, but he's traded back, and 100 Thieves have already caused too much chaos in the site for NRG to recoup.
Way too much chaos. It's hard there. I mean, the first ping was nice on Bang. He just gets healed up right after. But the biggest thing is that fight towards that A-Link. Full control picked up here by 100 Thieves as Ethan was trying to delay. I like the pivot to try to push back towards the A-Main with the flash, but he's moving there solo. So he had to just take his one, win his one. And even if he got one, there was still a teammate behind to help out. Because 100 Thieves, when it comes down to those fundamentals going into this map, they've been quite good to play off each other.
Still have a Nightfall to play off of. Only have to worry about a trade back from that Convergence path, and wow. When they lock in, they lock in. 100 Thieves are making a good run for this to bring us to a third one. Let's see how it happened here.
It's the position you see from the Hunter's Fury out on the defense from Brock. He's all the way back towards the spawn, so he can't really move up to help out Ethan trying to fight back towards main, and Bang has to flash for his teammates, so he has stuck towards elbow, so there's just util to support. The 100 Thieves, we just mentioned how it was going to be difficult for them to play here on the attack side. I'd like to say usually it's been some decent control from NRG in the first place, but then when we get down to that minute mark to 30 seconds, even if they get first bloods potentially like this, they're still getting caught off guard with lack of util remaining, because you're looking at the other cycles. The drone comes out in a minute, but they're playing, and the knife comes out early in the round. You won't have it until like another 30 seconds after the drone. So 100 Thieves activates in that time frame to find these openings. So exactly that, right?
Yep. Catches Cryo. Oh, Kiko and Bang. Trading some kills in mid for their squads. And they dissipate off of that at 1 minute. And you always see NRG, as you're talking about that info, favoring a Sky, favoring a Sova. So they can really get true info on their situation. As opposed to the fade, Mata just over the shoulder. Oh, you know he'll stay for a second one. The repeat. No. Oh, trying for the wide swing, but the double will work in the end, even though Mata's already done his damage.
And 2 of the 3 core.
30 seconds
both
left.
being Asuna and Cryo is going to make the audible call of hoping that nobody's going to be focusing towards pushing A main, and they do.
Spike down.
Caught
B.
in the jump.
He put a lot of importance on that chokehold that was placed there by Cryo so that he could just move up knife out, especially when there's not too much time left remaining in the round. But it will be a round here for NRG to tie things back up 11-11.
Clean on that. They pick up the operator from Ada as well, so they can cycle that back into the mix. And their intentions are to just keep him on a line so the rest of the team can focus on their angles. And man, he has held A down, or B down, sorry. You're not able to get in there. Yeah, A. So the map flipped on that one.
And we just saw too, as I was mentioned before, at that minute mark, drone comes out and knife at the same time. And when it doesn't really get too much information, that's why it forces Mata to push forward. He still has a strong kit with that Waylay and an op to try to get that forward position.
Where are you?
So 100 Thieves again trying to find that window to work with between that 1 minute to 40 seconds to really try to take some good map control. Now maybe a little bit of change of pace though.
Shot right away. It's just a different angle. It's still the same guy. Mata takes out another one at A main. And Cryo into the site. No. They get back. They're safe. Kiko on to Timotino. Kiko! Brock's actually there to help out as well. Asuna, very low, a quick heal to himself. And he's just gonna try to do what he can to be a nuisance here. He's gotta keep him off at 12. It would be a huge clutch if he can bring this in, but it's next to impossible.
It almost feels very similar to Haven before when you have this solo initiator for 100 Thieves, but it's a fade instead of a Sova. Long-sided ops, long lines with the op, really helps out the defense for NRG. Asuna trying to keep the dream alive. One plant gives him a res, one kill gives him a res. A wall bang also gives a res to his teammate, laying just right next to him.
24 seconds.
Walled himself out.
Even he forgot. He's got those walls.
Huge.
Wait. Still almost down. Gonna be the peak. Oh my God, no way he just did. It's gonna be too far away here for Scuba. A clutch master all ready to start kickoff, but it's gonna be Asuna on the other side. Can he do this? Impossible to become possible here. Just holding the angle right at head level. Looks to the right, the timing comes through. Is it gonna be enough? He tames it back, and it's gonna be shots. They know now, and Scuba has to force the swing. Oh, the shorty comes up for Asuna. Oh, it's not gonna be enough! Scuba finds the 12th round for NRG in a clutch moment.
The patience displayed by Scuba on a 1v1. You'd think here your teammates are dying one by one on site. You have to try to make a play. The pressure is on. Yet he still stays stoic. A pillar, a turret, just at the entrance of the site.
Jeez.
And still stays far enough from the range of the shorty.
Asuna did so much, called upon for every one of those kills to make them incredible. And there's still a Scuba on the map.
And the rookie of last year versus the veteran of Asuna, who's been here every single year of partnership. And finally now, if not, they get knocked down to the third bracket, where they had to face the gauntlet against so many good teams that we currently have here in this stacked Americas in 2026.
Nothing mid. All right, a little bit of info to give freedom for NRG to check, but they don't know that 100 Thieves is piled up over here on the left side.
And they are playing, trying to make the least mistakes as possible for 100 Thieves. And all you got to do here for NRG is control the pace.
They're just going back to the hit. Timotino into dugout. Oh no, he's actually behind it this time. Oh, the wall pocket, it's gonna be too much. Kiko gets 3 and Scuba gets 2. It only takes them to hold the site down, and it only takes 2 maps for NRG to take down 100 Thieves.